They may forget what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. A very good afternoon to all of you who have come here to attend this one-day seminar conducted by Live in collaboration with Furusawa Language Academy. Thank you, Brother David. May God bless you. We'll go straight to the program. But before the speakers they come one by one, I would like to felicitate them on behalf of Live. So I request all the speakers to stand on the feet. I request some ushers to help me out. Ushers.
It's a privilege to speak about the Living Word Center. I'll just note down some few points, just to make it very brief about our activities. Living Word Center is a registered society, and the central objective of Living Word Center, we often refer to it as LWC. We also have a church under Living Word, fellowship, and the church is located just opposite Senior Gas Agency. Just opposite the building that goes towards the old Our Church. There's a gas agency there, just opposite that. So, under Living Word, we have the Learning Institute for Vocational Education, and through LIFE, we call it LIFE, the Living Word Center works in partnership with central and state governments, as well as private institutions, to impart knowledge and skills that empower. The courses offered under Living Word, under LIFE, range from management, journalism, mass communication, entrepreneurship, PR, media relations, skill training, and in addition, creative and technical disciplines are also taught, as creative writing, painting, sculpture, music, cookery, carpentry, so on and so forth. And now we recently had our artificial intelligence classes for school kids during the summer break. And the target group and project area is, I just wanted to share a bit about that. Initially the project we covered Dimapur district, but with expansion we plan to touch other neighboring districts. Now Dimapur has been bifurcated to Newland, Chumu. Now we plan to touch the nearest district, Kohima. So and the main target group are educated youth. Those are basically from class 12 and above till degree holders, and we focus on women and child empowerment, and those are the things that we are focused on. And see, the objective of starting life as an initiative. So we wanted to focus on certain problems, to address certain problems. So while Nagaland, as you all know, is India's third largest, the most literate state with a literacy rate of 95.7%, but we face a stark challenge: the rising number of educated yet unemployed youths. So every year we have about, I think if I'm not wrong, about approximately 4,000 to 5,000 graduates that emerge from our colleges, many without clear job prospects. So another pressing issue is the financial burden. Many young people wish to pursue vocational training, but the cost keeps them away. So there are certain factors, and that is one area where LIFE has been focused on, particularly those who are having financial problems to take up skill training. Because nowadays, nothing is free. So there are a lot of schemes, a lot of projects, but we try to make it affordable for students, especially the educated, unemployed youth. And the Living Word Center through LIFE has stepped in to provide affordable, skill-based education, especially for the financially weaker section. And the vision for the future, Living Word Center envisions a society where young men and women are not just educated, but employable and entrepreneurial. where every individual has access to training that matches their potential and where communities grow stronger through skill, creativity and opportunity. And especially by equipping our youth with these tools, we aim not only to fight unemployment, but to ignite self-reliance, innovation, and hope in Nagaland and beyond. To conclude, I just wanted to let you all know that Living More Chandra and its live initiative are more than just institutions. We are not just institution. We are trying to become the beacons for empowerment. So they remind us that education is not merely about degrees, but about skills, dignity, and ability to stand on one's own feet. So let us support and encourage each other through such initiatives where we have our guests from, hopefully partners from Japan, Sompo and Furusawa Academy, where I'm sure they'll not get into that, so let them explain the whole thing about caregiving. So that's it, thank you so much.
Hello, yes, I'm Dr. Tiko from Eden Medical Center. I did my MBBS in Impal, then after that I went for post-graduation in DNB Family Medicine. Well, I was in the final year of DNB Family Medicine. I went to attend a Christian Medical Association of India. They organized a palliative care workshop, and there I feel that I need to work and get into palliative care. And then here in Nagaland, I was the first to come and then started the palliative care work, well, in Christian Institute of Health Science and Research. And then slowly I moved to Eden Medical Center, and now we have started palliative care and then geriatric services in full swing. So in the process of involving in this work, we have been involved in for the last 10 years, and then seeing the various level of health workers taking care of those who are vulnerable and need care. So after working with the palliative care, in palliative care, large population of patients are from the elderly age group. So I also did the diploma in geriatric medicine from CNC Vellore, and then now I'm juggling all and then trying to be as useful as possible to the elderly folk as well. So now I'll focus on what are the level of care, the care that which elderly will be needing. Just brief, it's a very lengthy this, but I'll just highlight very generally. So I would like geriatric. I would say that geriatric, it comes from foreign word, that is geriatric medicine. It's a specialty where the elderly, the branch of medicine dealing with the healthcare and well-being of the elderly individual. So the level of people being in the geriatric age group varies from country to country. But in our country, it is 60 years and above. In some countries, it is 65 and above. But till and after this geriatric also, they also again classified into the age level again. So maybe some, once they get into geriatric category, I think they don't want to be addressed as an elder old man. So they also classified it again into young, old, and very old. So like that. So as they get retired from the age of 60, the process of preparing with the elderly age, ill health start. So that is why they have put it in that way. But up to 75 years of age, all young old also, they are almost similar with the young, the adult. So, but 75 years and above, they become more and more vulnerable and then need extra care. And 85 and above, 80, we call it octogenarian, and then after that 90, nanogenarian, and then after 100 years, centurion we call it. So now we have seen many of the centurion in our own context also, and then we have learned that Japan has got the highest number of people living more than 100 years. So, and then here we are talking about the elderly. When we talk about care of the elderly, we are talking about quality of life and maintaining their dignity of life till the death, and then enhancing and then help their capacity till the last stage of their life. So, geriatric or elderly caregiver role will be mainly as a general manager or general care that an adult need to be taken care of. So now the difference, I would say a few words about the difference between a pediatric, toddler, and then the elderly. Both they are vulnerable, but the elderly, they are different than the young children. So what is the difference? We all know that babies, they are also under the complete care of the parents when they are toddler. As they move on to preteen, they started taking care of their own self, but before that, they are completely dependent on their parents. So the elderly also, later on they develop disability, accumulation of disability, and senescence means slow gradual degeneration of the skill or activity or strength that which and finally come to the final stage of life, that is called senescence. So as in the process they lost the capacity which they have acquired during their student life and adult life. So and then they find it difficult to maintain their life. That is why they caregiver role become very important. So in the aging and elderly population, they are not like homogeneous. They are heterogeneous. And adult 80s may be very dependent, but another will maybe at 90s also walking about and then doing activity of daily living. So during COVID situation, a centurion elderly man, he walked 100 steps and then raised fund for the COVID National Health Services. So something that which they are talking about. So it varies, depend on the care need differ. So but generally all of them they will need assistance and care. So when it comes to the role of caregiver, it will be mainly the maintenance of activity of daily living. You might have heard of activity of daily living, or if you don't, some of us we may not have heard of it. Activity daily living is the basic activity to sustain our life and go on with. And then after that, instrumental activity of daily living. So I'll mention just getting up from bed and walking to the bathroom. That is called transfer from bed to chair. And then moving a little bit about in the room, it is called mobility and transfer. And after that, once they move into the bathroom, they need to maintain their bowel movement and urination. And then hygiene, personal hygiene. And then toileting, washing their face. Then after that, after finishing all this, they'll come to the dining table and have feeding. So all these the components, there are 10 components of activity of daily living. So this is, once we have compromised with this, they need caregiver. So the caregiver role comes as enhancing and assisting as with the activity of daily living. So activity of daily living, you can recall back again what you do as soon as you get up from bed, till you go to your workplace. What do you do? Those are all activity of daily living. They mention as Bartle Index of daily living. You can Google and see, and then once with this, we have to be thorough with this, and then enhancing the activity of daily living will be the main role. And next is instrumental activity of daily living. They are a little bit advanced than activity of daily living. Shopping, housekeeping, cooking, and then catching the public transport and managing their own personal finances. So for them, they also need assistance, but till then they are more of active and able to maintain a little bit of their professional life also. And after the instrumental activity of daily living is professional activity. So professional activity, we know it's skill, semi-skill, highly skilled, all this. I won't go into that detail. So the care of the elderly will, for us as a caregiver, will be maintaining and helping with the activity of daily living. And if they are able to maintain this activity of daily living, but they have difficulty with instrumental activity, then that will be minimum assistance. And then the next is the social component, the giving company to the elderly, and then helping them with their supporting them emotionally and psychologically. So the social problem of the elderly is mobility problem. As you have started having this, the general suggestion that which happened to the elderly is that decreased vision, decreased hearing, and then mobility problem. Difficult to maintain balance, and then once they started having problem with the balance, then they will get scared to go out and meet friends. And then if they started having hearing problem, then they will started asking, and then whatever they are not able to communicate well, and then they will inhibit that, and then they will be at home. And then after that, since they are not able to meet their friends and go around with whatever they wanted to do, they will start developing loneliness. And once they develop loneliness, self-value they started undervaluing themselves. I become useless. People regard me before, but now I'm like this. And then after loneliness, then low emotion, then the depression. So they call it depression. Delirium is an acute confusion, and we start with the memory. That is called delirium. And the other one is dementia. 3D. Those are the notorious, three infamous giant that which bring down the elderly. So now what the main caregiver is to give as social company, and then giving company and feeding into the helping with the psychological support. And then next will be the prevention aspect, aspect, enhancing their capacity plus prevention. So in the prevention will be the most important one is fall prevention. And when the elderly fall, what happens next? Fracture, breakage of the bone. So they call it fragility fracture. Fragility fracture, usually when young people is very rare to get fracture when young people fall down. You slip and fall and support with your hand, but you don't get fall. But the elderly, they slip, fall, and with that one hand try to support and they get fracture and they don't get proper treatment, and then after that deformity. We call it dinner for deformity. So that will lead to disability. So they say the problems of imbalance it has got multifactorial causes. And once the maintenance balance is an active process, it needs coordination, strength. But walking, once we are able to maintain our balance, walking is passive and it can be more easier. That is why maintenance of balance and then maintaining your flexibility and then helping with mobility is one of the main goals of the elderly caregiver. Then, if an elderly has become lost mobility and they have become more or less bedridden, or if their mobility, they are not able to maintain balance, then they are able to sit, then we call it wheelchair mobility. So, and then after that, if they are not able to maintain the head balance, then they can't see it also. So, if it is so, then they become bedbound. If they become bedridden, then prevention of pressure sore is the main role. And then after that, all this caregiving, body, bathing, then maintaining hygiene, bowel bladder control, all becomes caregiver dependent. And then after that, prevention of infection. Prevention of infection by skin care. And then coordinated with the primary health caregiver and giving them adequate amount of adequate immunization and planning with them. So, and then linking with the caregiver. There are different level of caregiver level in a country, differ from country to country. In our country, we have got multi-purpose health worker or ASHA worker. We will be at this level. And next level is community health officer. They started recruiting BSc nurse, and then they are giving care overall in charge of the multi-purpose health worker and ASHA. And they can also give medicine, some first aid based on the written protocol that which the doctor might have laid down by the. And then above is that the medical officer. So we may be trained, they may be trained in geriatric elderly care, but in the country, the developed country, many of the geriatric care are geriatric doctors are there. Now in our country, still very few geriatric doctors, but now they are giving a structure to the medical officer to overlook the care of the elderly. So the role as a caregiver will be mainly at home, and then we will be supervising. So all the care that is required at home. Some the schedule depends, maybe daycare and then night duty shift, all this can be different. So, and then daycare, to what level we are empowered to care, that may differ from person to person. But mostly it will be general care as a supervisor, and then link it with the health care professional, and then caring them and maintaining the dignity of the elderly. So now, what in the training we will be imparting what is specific and unique about the elderly, and then what care are to be emphasized than the younger adult. So the elderly, they are physically vulnerable, but mentally and knowledge-wise they accumulated wisdom, and then they may become very difficult to like they call it rigidity of thought. Those also comes. There is we learn how to communicate to them, and then coupled with memory loss, and then hearing problem, and then visual problem, the communication issue also there. But how to get along with them, how to communicate with them, and then how to care them and cooperate with, that will be the main role of as caregiver. Thank you so much.
こんにちは。So I hope you attend this seminar. I hope you are interested in Japan at least. So do you know the konnichiwa? Oh, no. So any other words? Do you know any other words? Any other words in Japan? Japanese? So actually, so this is my second time visiting in Nagaland. So my first visit was last December. I visited some nursing college. I met Nagaland people. So they very familiar with Japanese. So I'm very happy, and they already know some words like greeting, konnichiwa, arigato. So that's why I'm very happy to meet you, and I come to Nagaland again.
Ito, alam ko na siya, ang phone number niya, gari lang number niya. Morong ba ito po na malik na siya, basta hindi siya naman na siya. Recharge ito number siya, NL07CB0657, ipar mati siya. Ipar lang, parking probably minute. Thank you.
So today, do you know what's the topic? What's the topic? What's job opportunity? What kind of job opportunity in Japan? Caregiver. So I just want to know, so who have a nurse background? Please raise your hand. Or if you study nurses? No? Pressure. So you mean another school? Yes. Okay. So, and any other that audience are different? Yeah. Okay. So maybe some people do not know about the caregiver job. So, and also everybody know, they know, most of them, if you don't know, so the big opportunity working in Japan. So that's why today I'm telling you what the caregiver job is, and also the opportunity of working in Japan. So before I explain, let me start with this number. So can everybody guess what this number represents? So 29.1. So can be difficult, so I just give you a hint. Japan in 2024, it was 29.1%. Can everybody guess? Yes, please. Yes, great, yes. So this is the aging rate for Japan in 2024. So it means 1 in 4 people is over 65 years old. Okay, so let's compare with this number with India. Do you know the current aging rate in India? So does anyone think about that? Never. Okay, so it's actually only 7%. Only 7. So Japan is more than 4 times of that of India. So of course Japan also had 7% error. It was in 1970, about 50 years ago. So Japan has been growing its economy dramatically and has become one of the developed countries in the world. However, the situation has changed, and now we are facing a super aging society. So the time will come when one young person will support one elderly person. So please look at this graph. This graph shows the gap between supply and demand of nursing care workers. So as you can see from this, so the gap is becoming larger. So meaning it becomes serious issues of who is taking care of the elderly who need care. And in 2040, so it is predicted that there will be a shortage of 570,000 care workers. So that's why we are actively recruiting foreign workers to address this issue. And now we at Care focus on India, because India have a big potential to help Japan. But against the background, we have a very good news. So please look at these photos. So I would like to introduce our 6 candidates. So they have studied our training course since last August and successfully passed the exam. And they came to Japan last month and started working at Care. So I hope many of you here could feel attracted to work in Japan through today's job seminar, and it will help you change your future. So first, let me introduce our company, Care. So I prepared a short introduction video, so please take a look.
Sompo. In 2016, it was renamed Sompo Holdings, further accelerating the group's evolution. The core business segments were domestic P&C insurance, overseas insurance, domestic life insurance, and nursing care and healthcare. It also ran a number of strategic businesses. The group's brand slogan was a theme park for security, health, and well-being. This represented the Sompo Group's future vision for itself.
So I just give you more detail about our company. So this is our parent company, Sompo Holdings. Sompo is one of the largest insurance groups in Japan. So it was established in 1888 with a history of over 130 years. And Sompo is operating 5 main businesses in 28 countries. And we at Sompo Care is responsible for the nursing care business. And additionally, Sompo has established a company in India called Universal Sompo. So Universal Sompo is a joint venture between Indian Bank, Indian Overseas Bank, Karnataka Bank, Dabra Investment Corporation, and Sompo Japan. And Sompo Care is a leading company at nursing care industry in Japan. As for the last year, we ranked second in revenue and the first in the number of senior living rooms. So we have approximately 25,000 employees and continue to expand our business. So our company's core philosophy is a respect for humanity. So we are committed to providing the highest quality nursing care services to support both elderly, their family, and all employees. And we provide services nationwide, from Hokkaido to Kyushu. So we offer from home visit care to facility care services. So we are working to meet the various needs of the elderly. So currently we are operating over 1,000 locations across the country and work as a leading company to change for the better future. So now I would like to introduce the actual workplace and the living environment in Japan. So today I would like to introduce Per Sara, who is from Meghalaya State. So she came to Japan last June. So this video was taken when she has only been 3 months. So this video shows her daily work and the real life in Japan. So I believe it will help you to easily visualize how it's like. So please take a look.
Japan aims to create a society where people can live comfortably even as they grow older.
こんにちは。お食事の時間です。
Japan is facing a serious shortage of manpower due to the declining birth rate and aging population. That's why Sompo Care proactively recruits foreign care workers. Sompo Care provides a safe working environment for employees from overseas with extensive support for language learning and lifestyle.
その話で笑えて、私も幸せになります。
So today, let's take a look at a day in the life of an Indian care worker at Sompo Care Facility. Sompo no Ie Nursing Care Home in Tokyo. Persera is an Indian care worker who came to Japan 3 months ago. Previously, she was working as a nurse in India, but she joined Sompo Care this year with the aim of further advancing her career. After learning the basics of nursing care for 15 days at Japan's largest training center, she was assigned to her current facility. Her day starts by checking the care records of the elderly in her care.
日本語っていうのは、すごく特殊なところもございますので、損保ケアの方でもそういった記録の講座だったりとか研修などもございますので、そこは日々参加していただいて、クリアしております。
After checking care records, she goes straight to see the elderly person. For the first few months, a Japanese staff accompanies her and supports her to ensure that she doesn't make any mistakes.
お昼ご飯時間です。
First, the elderly person is transferred from the bed and escorted to the dining room. Next, she serves the meal and helps them eat while communicating with them.
口開けてください。
After the lunch, there is a unique Japanese activity. Using handbells, they aim to prevent a decline in physical function. Here too, Japanese staff follows up and helps to build a bridge between Persera and the elderly.
コミュニケーションの部分で本人たちも不安な部分はあると思うので、それが解消するまでは一緒について回るっていう姿勢でこちらも一緒に対応させていただいてます。
コミュニケーションは一番難しいです。はい、皆さんは私に優しく教えてくれます。で、ここ出そうか見に来ました。
There is one more thing that is helping Persera in her work.
これは介護のシステム。
The Care Record System is a system that allows you to check minute-to-minute days' work on a dedicated smartphone.
これ10時50分から選択をして10時58分から入学準備してお洋服も準備して。
She said this has helped her learn the job by checking the day's schedule in detail.
紹介行きましょうか。
Thanks to this kind of support, Persera has gradually become more accustomed to her work. Recently, she has been given more and more tasks to do on her own.
今の頑張り屋さんで私は大好きなの。私コロナにねかかってちょっと出られないですよ。この間の食事でも何でも一緒にね助かるね。それからねいいお友達になるみたいね。
Her dedicated work is gaining a good reputation from the elderly.
私も村上さん大好きです。
大好き。
Smile-filled interactions that enrich the lives of the elderly. This has been a rewarding experience for Persera also.
毎日その話で笑えて私も幸せになります。
Persera is growing as a care worker day by day. She lives 10 minutes by train from her workplace. Indian food can be found at the supermarket next to the station.
日本の食べ物は美味しい。日本はとても安全な国です。私、冷静ですから、もうあげて大丈夫です。安全です。
She lives in Sompo Care's company housing. The layout is one bedroom with kitchen and a loft. Sompo Care is subsidizing 70% of the rent. On top of that,
テレビのから損保系からもらったびっくりした。
housing is fully furnished with the necessary furniture and appliances for daily life. She says that she can concentrate on her language studies because she doesn't have to worry about money.
能登で帰って勉強しなければなりません。
While being in such a fulfilling environment, Sarah developed a new goal in her mind.
毎日勉強して自信を持って3年後、外国福祉士資格にチャレンジと思います。
介護福祉士 is a Japanese national qualification in nursing care. If qualified, your salary will be higher, and you can work in Japan for a longer period of time. Sarah is working hard every day to see that future.
皆さん一緒に日本で働きましょう。
Yes, thank you. So I think this is first time to see how the nurse care in Japan look like, right? So we at Sompo Care support employees from overseas to ensure they can work comfortably. So we do not discriminate against foreign workers and offer the same treatment as Japanese employees. And Japan has many attractive features. So I will tell you about the things that can be proud of the world. So first is safe and secure. So Japan is the safest country in the world. So as you can see, Perisara, so even women can walk alone at night during the night. So Japanese people are honest and have a mind to help each other. The second is cleanliness. Japan is also a very clean country. So there is no rubbish bin in the street and there are no bad smells. So you don't need to worry about health problems. And the third is various tourist attractions and leisure. Japan is a country with a rich natural environment, like Mount Fuji and cherry blossom. So there are 4 seasons, and there are 4 different ways to enjoy each season. So you will never get bored. And the last one, of course, anime. Japan is famous for its anime. So there are many anime that have become huge hit around the world. So if you live in Japan, you can watch every day. Okay, so I believe living in such an exciting country will make your life more enjoyable. Okay, so next, let's talk about Sompo Care's investment of human resources. So this is just, in case of Sompo Care. So every company, of course, different regulation, So this is our, standard compensation. So we are looking for the full-time care staff, and the specific work content is as described. As you can see in the video, so you will assist with transfer, meal, cleaning, and so on. And the gross salary will be at least 2.5 million Japanese yen per year. So this is approximately 14 lakh Indian rupees. And one of the biggest benefits of working at Sompo Care is housing. The company covers 70% of the rent. So, and you can see the picture. So you will live in a fully furnished single room. So everything you need is already prepared. So there's no need to worry about getting ready. So this allows you to save money and focus on your job and studying Japanese after you arrive in Japan. Okay, so this is showing the compensation package annually. So as you can see the bottom, average of compensation package is around 90.8 lakh Indian rupees. And the compensation package includes salary and fringe benefit. And the salary, which consists of monthly salary and bonus, comes to 60 lakh Indian rupees annually. And then fringe benefit, which is house rent subsidy, is about 3.8 lakh Indian rupees. So I will explain more detail about how much money you can save. So I conducted a survey, to our foreign care staff. So and I asked them how much you can save, and they said they can save half of their income. So let's use this data to consider the potential annual savings. So for example, if your net income is 93,000 rupees per month, so with 53% going towards savings, and you will be able to save about 49,290 rupees per month. And over the 12 months, so that total nearly 6 lakh Indian rupees, sorry. I forgot. So it's total nearly 6 lakh Indian rupees per year. So additionally, with the bonus paid twice a year, going directly into savings, so you can save total of 7.7 lakh Indian rupees annually. So imagine you can send this amount of money to your parents. So easily imagine your parents very happy and proud of you. Okay, and this is our career path at Sompo Care. The most important point is everyone, regardless of nationality, follow the same regulation. So what I want to say, we do not discriminate against a foreign worker. It's totally equal. So you will be evaluated based on your efforts and your performance. And Sompo Care, we call care staff as CS. CS stands for care staff. Okay? So we categorize them into level 1 to 10. So everybody starts with CS1. And to step up to CS2 and CS3, you must pass the necessary examination, which are the national examination in Japan. And if you pass them, your salary will automatically increase, and your position will be, promoted. And if you pass a certified care worker, in above the CS3, there is a certified care worker. So in the video, they explain the Kaigo Fukushishi. It's a national qualification. We call care Kaigo Fukushishi, and also we call certified care worker. So if you pass the certified care worker within 5 years, you can transfer your visa status from SSW, certified skilled worker, to caregiving visa. So with a caregiving visa, you can continue to work in Japan more than 5 years with no limit. So this means your salary will increase, and also you can continue living in Japan for a long time. And Sompo Care offers more than that. We are dedicated to supporting your career development. We focus on 3 main areas. First is care knowledge and skills. So even if you have no work experience as a caregiver in India, so don't worry. We conduct technical and knowledge training, and also we regularly give you the follow-up training after you come to Japan. And second is language. So we provide Japanese language education. So we believe communication is crucial in nursing care. And Japanese conversation skill is essential to build a relationship with elderly. So that's why we provide ongoing Japanese language education to help you work in the field after coming to Japan. And the last one is we support for obtaining qualification. As I mentioned in the career path, you need to pass an exam in order to advance your career. So the company will support you in achieving these qualifications. So there is no financial burden on the individual. So we are, committed to support you your future career development. Intensive our practical training level in Greater Noida with NSDCI. So this is our first training in batch first. There were 9 candidates. So before we provide techniques and skills, we teach them how to communicate with elderly. And eye contact are very important. Such things we teach them. And natural body movement is also important. It's kind of body mechanism. So we also teach them how to assist elderly. Otherwise, they get back pain easily. And this is kind of a culture difference. So in Japan, after class, after the work, we clean up the facility, rooms. So that's why at the end of every training, we do the cleaning together. So from day 2, we provide them the basic nursing care techniques and knowledge. So using the welfare equipment. These equipment used in Japan, the same type of welfare equipment we set up. And this man wearing the red uniform, so he's our professional trainer. We took him to India to teach them how to do it. And bathtub, we set up bathtub because this is kind of our Japanese culture. So all the elderly in Japan love having a bath. And taking assisting the bath is one of their job. Of course, we provide meal assistance. So unfortunately, we cannot prepare the Japanese food. So that's why we set up the Indian food. So these are the candidates. They have a nurse's background, like a GNM, ANM, but still, even though they are nurses in India, but things are very different between Japan and India. So we, teach them more detail about how to assist elderly. At the end of the training, we conduct a completion test. So we check how much they understand and get the skills, techniques. And 6 out of 9 candidates successfully qualified as SSW, and last month they came to Japan and joined our company. So So it has been 1 or 2 months. So, but they are very, the performance is very good. So thanks to this kind of training in India, so now they are working in Japan. They are very happy working in Japan, and their colleague and their manager, they are very happy working with them. So here is our final message. So Sompo Care promise to be a strong partner for you to build your career in Japan. And we promise we prepare the secure work environment and safe life place. So we strongly hope to overcome the challenge of Japan's aging society with your help. So let's create a future of nursing care in Japan together. So let's work together. So thank you for all your attention. Thank you very much.
Konnichiwa. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Sena Furusawa from New Delhi. Because I'm Japanese, but I'm here since 2015. And very nice to meet you.
Good afternoon. This is Shiv Kumar Nampal. I'm from Furusawa Japanese Language Academy. We are together in language since 2018, and we are also placing candidates in Japan in various categories, especially in caregivers. So today, as you have heard a lot of things about caregivers, so with the help of Sompo Care, we are planning to place the candidates who are who are really interested in working in Japan as caregivers, because it's a good opportunity for everyone. As he told you about the salary also, even if you are doing nursing job in India, I don't think that you will be getting that much of money. Money is one thing, but most important is, as he told you, it's the safest country in Japan. Even if you are walking in midnight around 2 o'clock, nobody will touch you. That kind of safety is there, especially for the females. And from 2023, we are sending candidates to Japan to work in various categories. Till date, Furusawa Language Academy, we have sent around 160 candidates. And out of 160, around 60 candidates are working as caregivers. In other field also, agriculture or construction, I think agriculture, construction, these are for the boys, for females. The best career in Japan is caregiver. So, for especially in Nagaland, we are looking to have candidates who are really interested in caregiver. And maybe some of you must have aware that one more company. They are also doing some classes, and they are also placing candidates in Japan. The difference between that company and Furusawa Language Academy is, first of all, its price. In this, you have to learn Japanese language eligibility. I think we must have spoken. I will tell you again. For this program, to go into Japan, you need to learn Japanese language. There are total 5 levels, and you need to learn 2 levels. The beginner level, we call it N5, and second is N4. So within 7 months, we will complete the course. After that, you will be attempting the Japanese language test also. You need to pass that test also. And the skill test, because you will be going as caregiver. So there are 2 tests of skill that is conducted by Japanese government, and you can attempt that test in Guwahati itself. Guwahati is not far away from this place. So you will be needing 3 certificates. One is Japanese language certificate, others who are skilled. One will be in English and one will be in Japanese. So those tests are not so difficult. If you give us some time in a day after your classes, if you start learning Japanese language, then the classes for one per day would be around say 3 to 4 hours. After that, you have to work hard for minimum 2 to 3 hours at your home. Okay, if you can do it, then there is no issue. You will be going there, you will be enjoying their life, and we will help you to do it. The total price that I am going to tell you, because cost is also there. So we have planned to charge 2 lakh rupees, and the other company that providing the same placement in Japan, they are charging about 3 lakh rupees. Arms, that is in your Nagaland, they are charging 3 lakh 50,000 rupees for the same program. But we are charging only 2 lakh rupees, and in starting we ask only for this language charges. So you will be paying in installment, and the time it takes to reach in Japan, it would be around say 9 months to 1 year. And you will be working for 5 years. If you want to work more, then you have to pass the test, as Mr. Honga told you about it. You have to pass, you have to attempt a test for the caregiving license, and you can work for the longer period. You can call your parents also at that point. SSW means Specific Skilled Worker Program. It's for 5 years. This 5 years you will not be allowed to stay with your family. Your family will come to you. Maybe they can come to meet you, but they will not be staying with you. So after 5 years, if you have the license, the caregiving license, you can call your family outside Japan. So is there any doubt, any question you want to ask?
Good afternoon. Konnichiwa. Okay, sir, I would like to ask a question, maybe for the juniors or anyone who's interested in our community. What exactly is the criteria? Should they be only medically qualified, in their studies, or what is the age group, certain age group crossing the teenage years, or regarding their educational qualifications? We would like to ask that.
So regarding the SSW, the caregiver, I think just the one big requirement is Japanese. So there are Japanese exam in India, and also a skill test in English and Japanese. So there are 3 main exam. So you have to pass all of these. Otherwise, you cannot qualify as a SSW. So it means you cannot come to Japan. So I think that is a big requirement. And there is no work experience requirement. So you don't need to work as a caregiver in India, as long as you are Japanese, suitable for that requirement. So you can apply for the SSW caregiver.
As per qualification is concerned, there is no criteria. Anyone who can learn Japanese language and has confidence that he or she can pass the test, they are eligible. And regarding age factor, in SLW and as this EITP, minimum age is 18 years, but 35 or 40 also can go, but it's difficult. So every time wherever we go, we ask for between 18 to 27. So that is the best case. Otherwise, there is no issue. Some companies are taking the females who are already married or they have the children also. It depends on the company. So age factor is not there. Only thing is that person should be minimum 18. But from 18 to 27, that is the best.
I'd like to ask a question. In case a person is not able to learn Japanese, is there any other option country that you can send us where they speak only English?
Sorry for that, but as you know, in Japan you have speak Japanese. Without speaking Japanese, it will be difficult for a person to live in Japan. And as they explained, that it's a old age home. So the people whose age are more than 80, so it will be very difficult for them to understand English. So that's why one has to learn the Japanese language. So that is still N4, that is compulsory. Without learning Japanese language, I'm sorry to say, nobody can do it.
Is it only speaking or even writing Japanese?
But sometimes it needs, but spoken is very, very important because you're not going as nurses. So once you go as nurse, you will be taking care of their medicines also. So in all medicines, very difficult kanjis are there. But in this case, if you know till N4 script, it's okay. There are 3 scripts. One is hiragana, that is also simple. Katakana is simple. Kanji is little bit difficult. It's just like a sketch. Somebody is writing a sketch. So in that case, especially for caregivers, I think 350 kanjis are there. If you learn them, that's okay. Okay, and one more thing is that, I'm sorry, sir. One more thing is that I just want to inform everyone that if a person is not from a background of nursing or this caregiver, that person can also join this program because in Nagaland, we are going to start classes in Nagaland. So not only we will be teaching you Japanese language, but also 3 months course for this caregiver that will be done simultaneously. Yes.
Yeah. I understand that you are taking people who are, boys and girls 18 and above, having no training in healthcare. Now my question is, in India the healthcare training starts with ANM, which is a 2-year course, then a 3.5-year course, DNM, and then there are BSc nursing people. Are you also recruiting such people and to train them in Japanese and give them?
Yeah, we are ready for it. If they are ready, we don't mind at all. ANM, GNM or BSc nursing. But only one thing is that they will be doing only caregiver work. They will not be allowed to do nursing work. ANM and GNM, actually, I think it's a good opportunity for them because in abroad, if a person wants to do nursing, in that case, that person should be having minimum BSc nursing. If ANM or GNM is there, they cannot go as a nurse. They have to go as a caregiver. Thank you.
Konnichiwa. My question is, I think at the back of our mind is really about finances. So I think whoever is interested also in how much are we going to pay in the training. Like I heard that you said it's 2 lakhs for the entire course. Is it for 3 months, or I heard, if I'm not mistaken, you said something 7 months? So the money, is it inclusive or just a training, the residence, the fooding, lodging? If you can explain a little bit about how the finances works out. So I think that would be very...
Lodging, fooding will have to be done on your own because it's in Dimapur only. But if anyone is interested, or even if anyone wants to come from other district, that provisions will be there. We can tie up with some PGs also, which are nearby the NGO.
Because suppose if someone is selected, then he or she got salary. So is there any cut or commission or something like that in the salaries?
Actually, as he told you about the salary, basic salary will be more. So after all deduction, he has given amount around 90,000 rupees to 96,000 rupees. It's deduction after the deduction of taxes, health insurance, and social insurance. Social insurance means provident fund kind of thing, and also the rent. So basic salary is around, say, basic salary is 2 lakh rupees, 2 lakh yen. It depends on the city also. So you have to multiply it by 0.6. then you can get Indian money. So 1,20,000 rupees would be the salary, basic salary. It could be little bit lesser and upper also, because it depends on the city. So they will be getting around minimum, what I feel, if they go to an interior place, minimum they will be getting in hand is around 80,000 rupees, and they have to take care of their meals and this Wi-Fi, electricity. So in that case, as he told you, they will be saving 50,000 rupees minimum, and they will be working only 40 hours in a week. If they work more, they will get more money. In India, if a person is working in a hospital, what I heard from some of the guys, that they are not getting overtime, even though they are working for 12 hours, but they are getting the same salary. But in Japan, you will be working for 40 hours in a week. If you work for 41 hours, you will earn more. And in the night shift, again, you will be getting more money. So they are paying. And one question was there regarding the cost. Again, I am hearing 2 lakh rupees, including caregiving course, Japanese language course, documentation, tickets, whatever is there, that is included in 2 lakh rupees. But logic boarding, that is not included, because we thought that most of these Dimapur people will come. So lodging boarding is not included. If a person is coming from out of Dimapur and he or she has to stay in Dimapur, then he has to pay the lodging and boarding by herself or himself. And once you reach there, they will pick you up from the airport itself. Maybe someone can say that how will we go to the apartment. So there is no need to worry. Once you land in Japan, person will be there to help you, to welcome you, and that person will take you to your apartment. And next day, that person will take you to your old age home, your working place also.
Minimum year to be what?
Minimum is 5 years.
5 years.
That can be longer also. It depends on the person to person.
Konnichiwa. So I wanted to ask, one of the main questions I believe of course I'm generalizing, but for most of us, the students here, this will be our very first time going abroad in a new state, and I believe a lot of our parents, especially, they will be concerned about our well-being and how we will take care of ourselves in Japan. So is there any help that will be provided to us over there?
Actually, we have a lot of overseas employees, and we regularly have a meeting with talk to each other and ease their actions. And what else? So actually, now in our company, from our side, so we don't talk to your parents. So we just focus on your safety and secure environment. That's what I can say.
Okay, as he told you that in Japan they will be taking care of you, and as Furusawa Language Academy, what we are doing, that we keep on in touch with the candidates who are already working in Japan on Saturday, especially from 4:30 to 5:30 in the evening, Indian time. So we open a link, and anyone who are working in Japan who went through us, they can come and they can say whatever they want to say. And at the moment, we have sent around 160 candidates. Every Saturday we are doing it, but everyone do not come. I think around say 30 to 40% are coming, but they are enjoying also, and they are telling us if someone is having some problem and that person is not contacting us, having issue also. So we most of the time we come to know through others also. If someone has any issue, they can contact us anytime. We give our numbers also. In midnight also, if they feel something is wrong and something is going wrong and they need some help, they can call us. And we keep on what we do. We get their parents' number also. If they are not able to contact their parents, we contact them. But most of the time, what they do every day on this WhatsApp, they are doing this video calling to their parents. Okay, but one thing I can assure everyone that if you are going through Furusawa Language Academy, we will be in touch with you till you come back. And most of at our center also, every student knows about it. And we teach every student as a member of our family. So whoever of this program, they will be joining Furusawa Language Academy, and we will take care of that person till they come back to it. Okay?
Come to the end of our seminar. Just want to thank all the delegates who have come from Japan and Delhi also, and all our friends and loved ones who have come here to support us. Thank you so much. May you all share this message that, we are also trying to create employment for youth over here, so you can pass on the message. If there's anyone interested, can get back to us. There is a table over there, and then there's one person over there. You can give your numbers if you're interested. You can please put your numbers there so that we can get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much.